Stefan Menden. It's very nice that you agreed to join us for this interview. And I would kindly ask you to introduce yourself and your work, what you have done so far, and where you stand today.
Okay, brilliant. Well, thanks for having me. My name is Stefan Menden. I'm the founder of Squeaker.net. I founded the company in 2000 during my studies at the Business University in Cologne. So I founded the company. I worked a few years in between in a strategy consulting firm. And at the moment, I'm back at my old company, the company I founded almost 10 years ago, because we're doing the relaunch of the website. We're hiring new people. We are internationalizing, so there are a lot of exciting projects going on that I really wanted to take care of myself again. So that's what I'm doing at the moment.
At what point in your life did you get the idea and the opportunity to actually found your company, Squeaker.net?
Well, it was during my studies. It was the year 2000. It was the time when everyone around you was founding companies, and you see all these internet millionaires popping up, and we thought, wow, we can do that. And then we tried. It didn't quite work that much at the moment, but it was sort of the environment that we wanted to be a part of. So we sat down, a couple other guys from university, started brainstorming, started thinking about the product, and just started building it.
Why a career network? And then on the other hand, why not joining one yourself?
Well, I organized a conference similar to this one during my studies. It was the World Business Dialogue in Cologne. It's a big business conference organized by students, and it's a very entrepreneurial network. So a lot of some of the internet founders of that decade came out of that network. So some of the Elando, eBay people, and 7Load, and so on. It was really. When I finished it, I had organized the conference. I thought it's boring to just go back into university now, so I wanted to start something on my own. And then, we did it for a few years. It was it was a fantastic experience. But we came to the point where I didn't learn from myself anymore. So we were in the recession. We started in 2000. It was brilliant. Everything took off. We had venture capital investment. We built a team of 30 people. And then the recession hit. The investment was ebbing. And so we had to kind of go back to a lower cost base. And at that point I said, okay, now I need to get out of this and try something else. And I worked for a few years in a consulting firm.
What are your plans for relaunching?
So if you know Squeaker.net, we built the software in 2000, and it's pretty much the same software that it's running on today. So it looks a little bit like an old website. Now we're redoing it. It will be very modern. It is very social networking oriented. It's very open. It would just be something that you would expect from a startup in 2010 that would invent something completely new. We are very specialized on a very, very sort of specialized niche clientele. So students, graduates, and young professionals who are very ambitious, who are ambitious talents, who want to work with exciting organizations, who want to start their own company, who want to study abroad, who want to really do something with their life. We create a network only for them.
Is there a success story of one of your users actually you know about and you can tell us about?
Many. I've met a lot of people actually personally who have used our website, we have guidebooks that we publish, who've read our books and who write back to us and say, I wouldn't have gotten the job if I didn't have that information, because everywhere else you only find the same information that is sort of whitewashed by the PR departments of the companies. But users who actually write about their experience at McKinsey, their experience at Morgan Stanley, people who actually answer your questions, that help you make better career decisions, that is not available anywhere else.
So, but we're also in a time of economic crisis because the recession is still going on. Do you see that as a chance or an obstacle for entering the markets?
As an entrepreneur, I always see chances, of course. No, really, I think it's a brilliant time to start a company, because right now I can hire really, really talented people that otherwise I would just earn so much more in other sort of McKinseys and so on. So I can hire talents. I have a decent cost base. So if I start a company now, I can find office space, I can find people. I can build something on a low cost base, plus I have to succeed in the market. I'm not flooded with investment and can just play around. I have to earn money right away. And that is a great test, because if you have to learn from your customers from the first day, if you have to launch something, if you have to sell something, and you don't have the luxury of building it for a few years and then launching it, I think you'll end up with a better company.
You're hiring lots of talented people. Which talents do you need to become a successful entrepreneur?
You have to be very flexible, self-guided, adaptive to new environments. You have to be a team player. You have to sort of be able to deal with an environment that changes all the time. You shouldn't be a person. I mean, a lot of people say, "I am that person, and I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to work in a startup environment." But then when they're there, they're unhappy because they need guidance. They need someone who tells them, "Go this direction, and this is exactly the route, and this is the process book. Follow this process book, and you will be judged on these criteria," and so on. And there are other people who don't need that. Who you can say, "Go this direction, find your way." Come back with, bring back the customer, bring back the hunt, and I think these people, one should really ask oneself, what part am I?
If you would have to sum up this as a short advice to someone, to a young entrepreneur, what would it be?
Think about where you are in that sort of dichotomy between fortification and exploration. Are you the exploratory person who can self-guide, who doesn't need somebody who tells him exactly what to do? Then this is probably good for you. And secondly, don't wait until you have 3 years of KPMG experience. If you think you want to start something, do it right away. Don't wait.
So the key is no hesitation and self-confidence.
Maybe. It certainly helps, yeah.
Yeah.
But also be honest with yourself. I mean, ask yourself. A lot of people, as I said, say, I'm the exploratory person. I'm the founder," and then they realize they're not. Ask yourself, when in your past have you actually done something where you didn't follow sort of the rules, where you did something your own? You started a association, a club. You started a small company, a sports team. Did you do something out of the ordinary? And if you can see, okay, I've done it in the last 20 years. That it's a good indicator I'm probably the person who can do it again.
So being extraordinary, if I had to sum up what your last sentence was about. I think that's a nice statement at the end of the interview, and thank you very much for answering my questions.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.